Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to some of you. I know we have visitors from all over the world, so welcome one, welcome all. I look forward for you guys and ladies, gentlemen, all to be enjoying today's meeting. Toastmasters is a great platform for you to practice your public speaking and to interact with other people. This evening's meeting theme is mistakes in leadership. Now, we've all encountered different sorts of mistakes in leadership, whether we encounter them at work, whether we encounter them in our daily lives. We see them all the time. Today's topic and table topics will also be kind of focusing on that. To just give you an example about mistakes in leadership, I'm sure you guys have all heard about Wirecard. Can I see some shaking of heads, thumbs? Okay, maybe you guys don't remember Wirecard. Wirecard just happened 2 weeks ago. They had a huge accounting scandal of over $2 billion. People assumed the money was in the bank. There was no money in any bank. So those people have gone bankrupt. By the way, if you don't know what Wirecard is, just as a quick FYI, they're the people who process your transactions when you swipe your credit card or you tap your credit card at any location. As Wirecard didn't get any response, how about, does anybody recall Volkswagen? Volkswagen, the car manufacturer? Okay, I see a couple of heads. Okay, so there you go. There's another example of mistakes in leadership where one leader decided just to fudge something, just the emissions, and it kind of led to a debacle. Everybody's well aware of it. So such things do happen and life goes on, but we need to make sure if we are leaders or we are assisting any leaders that we choose the correct path. I am going to go ahead and introduce our Toastmaster of the day. She has sent me her fabulous great introduction. Now I know this from the top of my head that she says that she is, her friends call her a hot mama. And in case you don't know, she's the lady dressed in red who's waving her hands right now. Jennifer, if you can just wave your hands. Her friends call her a hot mama. She likes reading to gain knowledge, singing to improve her vocal variety, and dancing to keep fit. You know, I could take some Zumba lessons from her as well. She is a member of this club. She is she's in stage 2 of innovative planning, and I'm going to hand over the virtual lectern to, or am I handing it to the club president? Hold on one second. I just have to back up a second because I don't want to make this mistake twice. I believe I hand it over to Jennifer. Jennifer, you are up.
Thank you, Sergeant at Arms Vikana. Good evening, Club President, District Officers, fellow Toastmasters, friends. A fabulous and awesome morning, afternoon, evening to all. Yes, tonight's theme is mistakes in leadership. We all make mistakes at some point of our life. Leaders are not invincible, and they too make mistakes as well. Mistakes are inevitable, but whether you learn from those mistakes or not is what dictates our success. As our speakers, evaluators, appointment holders, members, and friends took their precious time to attend this meeting tonight, shall we give each other a warm round of applause? Can we all applaud each other for taking the time to come? Thank you so much. There are 3 main parts of the Toastmasters Club meeting. The first part will be the table topics session to challenge you to develop your impromptu communication skills. Members and guests are encouraged to volunteer for this segment. Pick a topic from the Table Topics Master and practice thinking and speaking off the cuff. The second part will be the prepared speech session. The third part will be the speech evaluation and feedback segment, which is an important part of a Toastmasters speech. Before I begin, I would also like to introduce to you the gentleman, the Toastmaster member who just opened up the speech, and he's our Sergeant at Arms, and he's none other than Toastmaster Vikana Chaudhry. To help us ensure that we speak within the allocated time is our timer. He is a young man who loves sports, likes jump rope, and play all the balls. I mean, basketball, football, and baseball. Helping someone in need is in his blood. And if it is within his capability, he's the man you can count on. And he is Ahmad Karimi. We also have the R counter. One important aspect of Toastmasters training is learning to speak without all those ums and ahs and various pause filler words. Watching out for us in this area is our R counter, Distinguished Toastmaster Lee Shanshan, Division D Director. Let's welcome her, Shanshan. To commence this meeting, let us now put our hands together to welcome the club president, Distinguished Toastmaster Willie Low, to give us his opening address. Willie, please.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmaster. Being a leader comes with a host of responsibility, including handling work-based issues and setting a good example. You offer help to high expectations as the person in charge, and managing an entire team of people can be very intimidating. However, no one is perfect. There's always room to learn and grow and to help your employees do the same. There are 8 common mistakes that many leaders struggle with and how to fix it. Lacking humility. Holding a position of power may be good for your ego, but it's important that you and your employers know you are not above your shortcomings. When employees recognize that failure is natural, even for leaders, they feel more open-minded and confident. Avoiding conflicts. The most difficult adjustment as a new leader for people who are in Toastmasters, whether in corporate arena, we have to learn how to handle disagreement or issue. You want to be fair and balanced while avoiding potential conflicts, but sometimes it's very difficult. Friedman noted that many issues blamed for incompetence or poor performance or actually a result of misunderstood expectations. Create an environment that encourage continuous feedback and to be exact with dates and expected outcome, he said. Taking all unnecessary works. Leaders are typically hired or promoted to their position because they know what needs to be done and how to do it. This may be accompanied by the mentality of if you want something done right, do it yourself, which can be a dangerous attitude to have when managing a team. When leaders take on responsibility of completing a team member work, they actually doing the team and themselves a disservice. Not having faith in your ability. You have been assigned to a leadership roles position because someone else trusts your judgment. Constantly second guessing yourself, rubs or others, and before you know, trust is gone. Don't be afraid to obey your gut instinct. Be reactive instead of proactive to automation. Adjusting to tech development is inevitable in the business world. That also applies to the online Toastmaster world. You have no choice but to confront that these challenges and determine how it will affect your company. By being proactive and honest with your team, you will avoid stress and anxiety caused by this transition. The next point is failure to define innovation. Innovation is different for every company and each person. As a leader, you need to define what it looks like to your organization and what obstacle might impact. Letting visual. Beyond a vision, a company will have difficulty progressing. As a leader, it's your responsibility to set expectations and goals for your organization, in addition to holding each member accountable for reaching them. A lack of vision will result in unfocused project, improper resource planning, inaccurate metric for success, and a lack of buy-in for the rest of the organization. Says for leadership have to champion a vision that will align the entire organization and enable them to effectively work towards together a common goal. According to Ford, if you want to attract and retain talent, you must create a culture with a clear vision, with action. Successful people keep moving, they make mistakes but don't quit. Learning to use failure as a stepping stone away from the past. You do not forget your mistake, but you don't doubt it or let you down. Get out and keep moving. Like all of us, we are bound to make mistakes, but when we handle well, they help. You will become a better leader and a better person. Leaders are not perfect. They can and do mistakes. Fellow Toastmaster, the last 8 months as a chartered president of Singapore Online, I made a lot of mistakes. But there's one mistake that I learned after coming back to Toastmaster. I did not use demand, but I used persuade, inspire, and do show by example so that people will understand what is my intention of running a club as a Toastmaster. I'm not here to show off what I can do because every one of you can do it, provided you take the effort to do it. Over back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, President Willie. Before I introduce the table topic segment, I would like to just mention that we have a change in our program. We no longer have the language evaluator or grammarian because due to unforeseen circumstances, he cannot attend. So that will not be there. So now comes the moment that we are all waiting for, which is the table topic session. To provide us with the challenge for today's table topic session is a member of our club. She is passionate in helping others to reclaim their lives, discover their passion, and live a life they love. I shall let her explain to you the what, why, and how of table topics, as well as the timing sequence. Let's warmly welcome our table topic master, PM3 Adeline Yeo.
Hello, hello. Can everyone now hear me loud and clear?
Yes.
Thank you. Sorry for the blooper earlier because I did not switch the speaker to my earpiece. So this is what happens when you are juggling with so many gadgets. You know, I got lighting, I got microphone, I got hands-free earpiece. Yes, Vikana totally can resonate, right? And I forgot to mention the webcam. So, but mistakes, it's okay to make mistakes, just don't make it twice. So tonight, later, I'm going to unveil the topics which evolve around mistakes in leadership. It's going to be refreshing, I promised you. And if we have guests here who are attending this Toastmaster meeting for the first time, let me just explain what Table Topics is about. It's essentially a section where you could come in and practice your impromptu speaking and in turn help to build your confidence. So as a Toastmaster, as a Table Topic Toastmaster, this is his or her favorite segment because he get to arrow other people. I mean, you all get to shine. So I just provide you with the platform. So please jump into the platform readily. All right, I'm going to show my slide now. Okay, let me know if you could see my slide. Can everyone see my slide? Cool. All right, let's jump into the action. All right, as I mentioned, tonight's table topic segment is something that you have not seen before, I promise that. And to facilitate that, I have to get two very heavy-weighted, not their size, but in terms of experience and their domain expertise, to demonstrate this is how interesting this segment is going to be. So action speaks louder than words. So I'm not going to explain too much. Can I invite my two fun-loving demonstrators, my two actors and actresses, Lee Buckley and Vikana, to come in? Please unmute yourself. Yes, cool. All right. Is Lee there? Because I can't see everybody.
Yes, she's there as well.
Awesome, Lee. I can't see her outfit. I'm curious to see whether she's wearing her Pikachu outfit tonight. No?
No, you got to look for her then.
Okay. Oh, but cool. What you have there, Vikana? Oh, I can't wait. All right. This is what's going to happen. All right. So in order to demonstrate about this table topics about mistakes in leadership, we need scenarios. We need case studies. So Vikana and Lee, they're going to lead this demo. All right. I'm going to read out the scenarios, but later on, the participants will read out the case studies themselves. So in a Boy Scouts camp, Sunny was tasked with lighting the campfire to cook dinner. And the scout leader, Susan, walked in to see Sunny playing with a box of matches. Take it away, Sunny and Susan.
Oh, I shouldn't have put my matches in my pocket when I went canoeing with the rest of the people. Look what's happened. I've got my whole matchbox soaked and I have to start the campfire very shortly. What am I going to do? Well, I can try blowing on my matchstick to dry them out. I can do a few other things, maybe give it some friction, dry it, keep trying to light it. Oh, I don't know what I'm going to do. All these people have so much expectation out of me.
Honey, why are you playing with matches? You were supposed to light the campfire and cook dinner half an hour ago. How are you going to expect to feed 30 hungry boys in 5 minutes? I'm really disappointed in you. I knew I shouldn't have trusted you with the responsibility. What have you got to say for yourself?
But you don't realize I put the matchbox inside a Ziploc bag and took it with us when we went canoeing because I wasn't sure. I thought I might lose it. And you see, the matches are all floating in the water and they're soaked. I don't know what to do.
Oh, I'm really sorry. I shouldn't have shouted at you. I should have investigated first before I jumped to any conclusion. I'm really sorry, Sunny. Could you please forgive me? I promise I won't make that mistake again. In the future, if I ever try to open my mouth, just stop me. Okay? I give you that permission. Again, I'm really, really sorry. Would you forgive me, please?
Thank you so much, Scout Leader. I really believe in you, Sandy. And you apologizing makes me feel better that I didn't make this mistake. It was unintentional. I had the best of intention of keeping the matches dry. Hence, I put it into Ziploc bag. But obviously, when we go out in the water, I have no idea, but this must have a hole somewhere that water went in. So sorry. We'll figure out something to get the fire going soon. And
Thank you, Madam Table Topic Master.
Can we please give our two brilliant actor and actress a big round of applause? Kudos to their commitment. They just not only come here to show up, they even don, you know, the proper outfit. I'm just so impressed. Thank you so much, Vakana and Lee. I own you this big one. So I hope all of you have completely understood what this table topics is about. So every time I have a topic, I need two participants to come out to volunteer, and you will get a role A and role B. And what you're going to do is to go through the case study, a simple case study, and you enact it. And in the enactment, you will have dialogues, conversations. So it's up to your own creativity. How do you want to demonstrate about the mistake? So one would have made a mistake in leadership. The other party would try to explain the situation. And all in all, at the end of this table topics, before you wrap it up, it must come to a positive outcome. All right. So I'm going to show my slides again. All right, so we were here. And since we are going to bring out our pair to do the table topics, so we are going to give you more time. So at the 3-minute mark, so timer, who's the timer today, may I know? Jennifer, could you unmute yourself?
To Karimi, can you just wave your hand so that they know?
All right. So just bear in mind that the pair now will have 5 minutes in total to complete the table topic. At the 3-minute mark, you will see a green light. So timer, please take note. It's not 1.5 minutes, it's 3 minutes. At the 4-minute mark, you see the yellow light, and 5 minutes, please wrap up your speech. You will have extra 30 seconds to complete. All right? So can I have 2 brave volunteers, please? And Jennifer, if you could help me out, because it's hard for me to look at the chat now. Can I have 2 volunteers, please? Raise your hand.
Noriko, what about you? You want to try? Would you like to try?
Yeah, just unmute.
Okay.
All right.
I'll try.
All right. Can we have one more? How about Eun Wei? Hi, Eun Wei. Are you ready to attempt the table topic?
Yes.
Are you
I'm
there?
ready. Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Okay. So do we have 2 persons already, or just 1?
Just 1 at the moment.
Okay. Can we have one more?
Yeah.
Thomas? Eun Wei, are you there? I think I called him, but no response. How about Thomas?
Yeah, sure.
Come, like, okay.
How does it work again? Sorry, because I just knocked in.
Okay.
So she speak, then I speak.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So you two is going to be flexible. It's your air time. You have
Okay.
total of 5 minutes. So
Okay.
just have a dialogue. Maybe you pick the topic first. I'll just explain briefly.
Okay, ladies first. Yeah. Do you want to pick the topic?
Unmute
Okay,
yourself.
thank you, Thomas.
All
Okay,
right.
so I'll pick table topic 1. How about 1?
Okay.
All
so
right, 1.
describe-
Okay. So this is a scenario, all right?
Okay.
Perhaps can we have the lady to read the case study?
James is a micromanager.
Could you read it out for everyone?
He's controlling and supporting bullying and supporting Charlie. And sometimes undermining his.
So this is basically a scenario of a micromanager. We all know that micromanagement is one of the mistakes in leadership. So in this particular case study, we have two actors, James and Charles. So one of you will be James. Can I have the lady to be James, and Thomas, you are Charles. All right. So you report to James. All right. So you have been micromanaged. And you are just tired of James showing up randomly and frequently to your office to get update of your work. And your boss, James, also insists of looking through your emails before you send up. So one day you pluck out the courage to talk to James about his micromanagement. So within 5 minutes, you will have this dialogue about how you feel the whole time. And at the end of it, James should be made aware of his mistake in the leadership and perhaps pledge to change and to gain more trust in this working relationship. All right, clear, both of you?
So we need to do it by 5 minutes, is it?
Yes, you have a total of 5 minutes. So you're just like having a conversation, just bounce off. So we could start with Charles, like open up to James. All right?
Am I Charles?
Shall we start now? Yes? Yes.
Am I Charles?
So, no, you are James. You are the micromanager.
Yeah.
I'm
And
James.
Thomas is Charles.
Charles,
Yes, you
okay.
are James.
But do I assume
Charles
that
is Thomas.
do I assume that she's a lady?
Sorry?
Or a man?
Am I
Doesn't
James,
matter.
right?
Yes,
I'm
sure.
manager.
Why don't you change your why don't you change your name to Jenny? Okay, Jenny.
Oh, okay, okay, I'm Jenny.
Okay,
Right?
Jenny.
Okay.
Okay, take it away, people. Go.
Just a moment. Give me 1 minute.
Okay.
Charles
All right.
is tired of Jenny, random and frequent show up in his office to get an updated Charles worked. He is interested in choosing everything. Now Charles decides to talk to Jenny about his micromanagement where he shows up in his shows up in office again. Where he shows me his office again. Chad decided to talk to Chad about management. He should. Okay, I think
Okay.
I'm ready. I
Yes.
try.
Charles to start first. Charles, take it away.
Hi, Jenny.
Charles, how you doing?
Yeah, I love your dress today. It's beautiful. I love how it's so slick, so silky, very
Oh.
sparkly. Where do you get it from?
Oh.
Good
I'm
at
sorry.
it.
I can. Just a moment. Sorry, I cannot see the screen.
Okay, so you are Jenny. Just assume that you are a very like unreasonable boss who is micromanaging. Yeah, just
Okay.
visualize that you are that person. And
Okay.
I am Charles, who
Okay.
is trying to salvage this situation, build a bit of rapport.
Okay.
Yeah. So
So-
back to your dress.
Okay.
Right. Where do you get it from? You look amazing in it.
Well, I'm
Forever 21. I know it's Forever 21 because you look 21 yourself. But anyway, today I'm here because I would love to share a bit of feedback to you because I realized that you have been very enthusiastic, very energetic in terms of your work. Sometimes,
Yeah, I
like
think I'm doing good.
correct. Amazing. Well done on that. Sometimes you even like come down all the way to our level just to share your feedback quite regularly. And we really appreciate that, me and my colleagues. Just that perhaps we feel it may not be very productive, even for your side, because you have to come down. Perhaps you just text us or send us through the company mail of like what do we have to do, how we can refine it accordingly. Yeah, so we will also no need to trouble you to go up, go down. And now with the COVID period, whenever you come into our office, you still have to do a bit of temperature check and a bit of like a tracking system. Very unproductive for you, I feel. So perhaps maybe something for you to consider is to just send us an email. Then from there we can.
Yeah, I checked your email before you sent. Yeah, and I thought I encourage you. I tried to encourage you, but I'm sorry. I'm not. I'm not trying to get you. I'm sorry.
No worries. I know. I know it's a bit like sometimes the stress of work, everything will get to us. Especially now, it's like the midterm already, the middle of the year. You know, KPI is high. I know sometimes it can be very very stressful. I understand. So yeah, that's why we are here to help one another, trying to make things smoother, the process smoother. So like we really don't want to trouble you to like come all the way down from level 50 all the way to level 3 to visit our office just to give us a task, and then you go back all the way to level 50 again. Yeah, you could just like send us an email and something, and maybe like after work we could get a drink or something, just to chill out and stuff. Right, how about tonight? I heard that the pub is open.
Yeah, tonight. Yeah, if you want to, yeah, try. Yeah, of course we can try. Yeah, but
Oh, right, amazing. Okay, see you tonight,
okay,
8 p.m.
okay.
Gotcha.
Right.
Ah.
I'm sorry, I'm not good.
Well
I'm too much nervous. I'm sorry.
Oh, well done.
I'm sorry.
Thomas,
Huh?
are you sure you are demonstrating
but-
Mystic, or are you trying to date her? I got confused,
You must win
You
over.
just got a date, right?
So you must
Everybody
win over
heard that.
before you can change her. Right?
Okay, Toriko, you're in Japan?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Don't forget you have a date with Thomas, okay? And I just wonder how come your office is so tall? 50 stories, did you say that?
Yeah, she's at level 50
stories.
because she's the boss. That's why she can stay.
I
higher.
see. Okay,
Just
okay.
like
Kudos to your quick-wittedness. Okay, we all witness how a brilliant conversation can be carried out. All right. So this is not your typical table topic. So I'm so glad that I now have the second pair, Martin and Janet. Good job, guys. All right. Can we have Martin and Janet? Please unmute yourself while I share the screen again.
Okay.
Cool. All right. Please pick a topic. Hey, sorry.
Janet, can you please choose?
Yes.
Number
Janet.
2. Number 2.
Number 2. Okay. All right. Could perhaps Martin read out loud for everyone? Read aloud the scenario.
James is an argumentative leader who sometimes talks to his subordinates in a condescending tone. James has an opinion in everything from the choice of food to movie. James is having lunch with Charles, and James found out that Charles likes the movie Avengers Endgame and has watched it 3 times. James, who is an anti-Avengers fan, started criticizing Charles' poor taste and even relate this to how this poor choice of movie is probably the cause of him hiring the wrong people in his team.
Thank you, Martin, for the wonderful rating. All right, so who is Avengers fan here? Please confess. Who is Avenger team? No? Oh, fan. Sorry, both of you are not. Okay, so you know what, Janet? Your name starts with J. How about you be Jenny? Okay, you be Jenny, J. All right. So Martin will be Charles. So Jenny is an argumentative leader. Okay. All right, are you ready to take it away, or you need another minute?
No, it's okay.
We're ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
Take it away.
Let's wait. Hi, Jenny. It's our lunch time, but I know that you like all of us like food, but we must eat just on our meal time, not during our job. So please take advantage of this time to eat.
Well, what are you eating for lunch today?
My wife gave me just a sandwich with vegetables and a fruit and a beverage.
That's all?
Yeah.
No dessert?
She says that I must remain slim.
Well, I guess she's very controlling then.
Yeah,
I wouldn't let my wife control my food like that. I'm going to eat what I'm going to eat. Don't let your wife do you like that, Charles.
but what you don't know is that she must think that she is the person who says the orders, but I do whatever I do. And at the same time, I can tell her, then you are going to eat this. For example, if you eat bread, you are not going to eat the flour because that is wrong for our stomach. To make the digestion well, we must not eat carbohydrates of different kind, just one kind. So at the same time, she's slim. So it's beautiful. So I like to follow her instructions because at the same time, she is receiving the same instructions. But don't tell me that's your problem, Janet. You always think about that because you think that we are in your favorite movie, the Avengers. We are not following instruction of like the movie when the person says, oh, you must do this, this, and that. And you take that role to your work. And no, we are working. We must, for example, you must say, oh, Martin, oh no, James, why don't you go to a professional to solve that situation? And maybe that it will be a good way to solve the controversy.
I don't know that going to the movies is a good way to study leadership, Charles. I think you need to take a night course in leadership because you are not picking good employees for your team.
No, but you
No
are.
movies. No movies. Take a business course.
Oh, but I am the person who is anti-Avenger, or I'm the opposite. Well, okay, I will be against the movies. Okay, then I thought that you were the person who liked the Avengers. Well, I like movies, but I say that we can learn from movies. That's why I think that it will be a good way to improve leadership skills through Avengers, because some people, they can do a task, they do it well, they are heroes, and I thought that maybe I could apply it in our job.
Are you trying to give me feedback, Charles?
What I'm trying to
Maybe I should
explain
listen.
is that because we don't have training, I thought that maybe I could learn something from the story because I like it a lot, and many of our colleagues like it. And if they like it, it's a good way. I thought it was a good way to learn, and at the same time to take that examples to solve the cases that we have, the problems or the issues that they arise while we are working.
So are your team members also seeing these movies?
Yeah, many people. You are the only one who doesn't know who is Avengers.
And does it apply to what your team is working on then?
I know that we must not look for movies, but that is not in working time. It's on our free time when we are at home, when we go with other friends and all that.
So this is like a team formation activity that you do after work.
Yeah, we have also a fan page of Avengers. It's like if we are the Boy Scouts, or like if we have Toastmasters Club, we have Toastmaster Avengers Club. No, we have Avengers Club.
Maybe sometime you can show me this fan page.
Yeah, I think, no, we can go and play and all that outside, not just fan page. Also, it's fan page, but also we act in action outside. And it's time to finish. So because I'm a good worker, I must continue with my boss to give him instructions of what we are going to do. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your feedback.
Is concluded.
Awesome. Thank you, Janet. Thank you, Martin. I was so absorbed in the conversations. Like, Janet, you're just like I feel like, you know, you are Jenny, but I know you're not. You're such great actress. And Martin, the conversations just flow so naturally. Like it doesn't feel like a table topics, and I just like it. Like I'm just like, you know, like a third party, just observing. I probably like one of your colleagues, just listening intensely to the conversation, going back and forth, and learning lots of things. Well done, team. All right, so I know the next part we have is Sikkim and Eung Wei. Could you unmute yourself, please? Eung Wei, are you there? Eung Wei? Eung Wei calling once, calling twice. Bye, Eung Wei. All right, how about Sikkim? Sikkim is a guest, right? Sikkim, are you there? No? Oh, she cannot unmute. Can somebody unmute Sikkim, please? All right, somebody unmute Sikkim. I think her name is spelled as Seakkim. Can the co-host please unmute her? And I need one more. It need not to be a different gender. It could be both ladies. All right. It need not to be to opposite her. All right.
Really,
All
I
right,
can unmute her.
Okay. Willie, could you unmute Sikkim, please? And I need one more. What
Sikkim,
about?
is she there? Can Sikkim?
Yes. She says she cannot unmute herself.
Willie, I cannot unmute her.
Okay, let me try. Okay. Let me try unmute her. I can't too.
Okay, I've sent a message to both of them to unmute. I've requested them to unmute. Let's see if they are successful in pressing unmute from their side.
Okay, I think Sikkim is unmute now. Sikkim, can you say something? I think Sikkim is unmute now. Sikkim, could you say something?
Yeah, unmute yourself, Sikkim.
Yes, you have to unmute. Yes. Okay,
yes, I can.
Okay,
yes.
Wonderful. All right. We need one more volunteer here. We are really short of participants. We have one more. We have one more.
Sanchen likes to try, please.
Who?
Sanchen.
Oh yeah, Sanchen. Sanchen, 我不可以，我德文不好。Okay， 英文不好。Okay. Okay. All right. I think Sanchen is trying to say that he's not confident in speaking English here. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Can we have, yeah, but anyway, Sanchen, thank you for supporting the meeting. Okay, can we have, how about, okay, Paulina is the next pair, right? Okay, we need one more. Could we have one more?
Sakahada. Will Sakahada like to try? Yeah.
Am I audible?
Willie.
Okay, if no one's taking, then I'm taking it. Okay.
Yes, please. Thank you so much, Saka. All right, I'm going to go back to my screen. Oh, where's my screen now? Okay, back to here. Okay, there you go. Could I have you to choose the topics, please? So we're now left with 3, 4, 5.
Okay,
all right,
we choose number 3?
Sure. Okay. Now, I don't think this is difficult because this is unfolding in everybody's family every single day. All right, those who have teenagers, you understand what I mean. So could we have perhaps Saka to read out the scenario?
Yeah, sure. Actor's father and 14-year-old son/daughter. Father is scolding his teenager from excessive screen time. Child retorts that the father is also busy texting all day and checking Facebook every 3 minutes and watching Netflix during mealtime. Okay.
Why is Sikkim smiling so broadly?
Which one should I be?
Okay.
Okay.
I don't.
Yes.
Okay. How about? I think it's quite obvious.
Okay.
Oh, do you want to
I'm a
reverse?
daughter.
I think it would be fun if Sikin is the father, right? I don't know. Would it?
I'm a
I leave
father.
it to you.
Yeah, sure.
Or-
I leave it to
Yeah,
you, both
we
of
could
you.
try
Okay.
that.
I think it's going to be fun. Okay, so we
Okay.
have reverse role. Okay,
I'll
take it away. The
be
stage is
okay.
yours.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Dear
Okay.
son, what are you doing right now?
I'm just playing some video games.
Wow, great. So can you sell me something?
This is a particular game called GTA, and yeah, it's a really cool game. Would you mind?
Yes, of course. I hope I can join with you, my
Yeah,
son.
sure. Um,
So
okay, so okay, I was just expecting some offensive things. Okay, so let's say I don't think you should be watching Netflix, Dad. I think that's really inappropriate for you at your age. I mean, you're like 40 years old and I'm just a teenager, so I might be able to convince you, Dad.
no, I also love it. Sell me something, my son. I love it.
Okay, so let's make a deal, Dad. How about I quit playing video games and you just reduce the time that you watch Netflix? I mean, you're just frequently asking your friends to join you and just Netflix and chill. I mean, that's really a bad thing. At your age, you should be working, Dad. I mean, you're just, I don't know, what should I call you?
Okay, so I will try next time. Then I will have a night time with you. Okay, my son.
Okay, sure.
Yes, love you. Bye bye.
Love you too, Dad. Oh my God.
Oh, it's so sweet and so heartwarming that I did a tissue.
I tried my best. I mean,
Yes,
okay.
my first time. Yes.
You are the dream father that every child wants, and you are the dream son. Right, Lee?
Yeah.
You agree? You wish our kids are like Saka? Oh
I mean,
yeah.
I was just expecting some offensive things from the fathers, but she was just, you know, just excessively so nice.
I think Sikin, she is trying to portray that kind of father that she missed and hope that every father will behave this way. So she's portraying the model father, okay? So fathers out there, this is how you should engage your children, okay? I promise it'll be effective. All right. Okay, without further ado, our fourth pair is waiting. Thank you for waiting so patiently. Could we have Paulina? Oh, so Saka actually went to round 3. So we need
Sorry, Adeline, I've unmuted Paulina, but she's got muted again. I will unmute her again.
No.
And, oh no, she's unmuted. Great. And I've unmuted Sun Chen, requested Sun Chen. Those are your last pair. And then you will.
Oh, yeah. I think Sun Chen earlier said that he is not good in English, so he's not confident.
I will step in because we will otherwise run out of time. So I will step in and do a thing with Paulina, just so that she gets an opportunity to talk. Otherwise, if anybody else wants to step up and do a table topic, please drop a quick message so I can sit back and watch you guys instead of me having to contribute. I have just lost my entire screen, but that's okay.
Willie.
Okay,
Anybody?
calling for CP.
Okay.
All right, Paulina, why don't you pick the topic first, 4 or 5?
Okay, 5.
Okay. Actually, 4 is very interesting.
Too late.
Okay. All right. Okay. Do we have the pair for Paulina?
Yes, it's Angela. Just give me 1 minute. I'm trying to.
Wonderful.
And
We can always count on Angela. I always know that. Angela, we want you, Angela. Okay, I know Vikana is trying to do as fast as he could. His fingers is trembling. I'm just teasing him there. Okay, no sweat, no sweat. Okay, Paulina
Angela,
is
are you
reading.
unmuted?
Yes, I could see the Angela, but I couldn't hear her.
I can't hear her. I know she's unmuted. I can see it, but I can't hear her.
Hello, hello.
Yes, okay, wonderful. All right.
Which
Okay.
Which character?
So we have two strong ladies here. All right, Paulina, would you like to read the case study, please?
Yes. Scenario 5, zero communication leader, actors, James CEO, Charles, sales manager reporting to James. The company is not doing well. James decides to cut the allowance and commission of the sales department. Everyone in the sales team was shocked to receive a letter from the finance department on the notification of the cut in incentives with immediate effects. The sales department, in despair, plead Charles to find out more from James.
All right, so who will be that evil CEO, James? Not evil, well, he's doing it for the company. So who will be James?
I can be
okay.
James.
All right, Paulina will be the CEO, and Angela, you will find you are Charles, and you are trying to speak to the CEO. What happened? How could he just cut the salary, cut the incentive without informing the staff? Okay, take it away, ladies.
I've forgotten what's his name. Good afternoon. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I have some important messages from our staff who would like to get some information from you about what's happening. They had the letters today about the sales, and the present situation is that you've reduced the incentives, and if they weren't doing very well before, they've got even less encouragement now. So I wonder how you think this is going to help the sales team. What is it you want them to do, and what do you think you can do to help them?
Yeah, I'm sorry that it was a late notice, but during the pandemic, we have to make this change. So it means that no more company cars, no more company phones. We have to cut these benefits.
Is that for everybody or just the sales team?
It's for everybody, but the sales team is the most impacted because they have the most benefits.
Is there any alternative? I mean, can you tell them that when things get better, these things will be restored? Or can you give them something else instead, like days off when they could do other jobs? I mean, are they still needed?
Unfortunately, at this moment, we cannot provide anything else. After this period is over, probably they'll get their benefits back.
So they're likely to get the benefits back when things get better, which could be in, say, a couple of months' time, if they can accommodate you now. Can you give them some happy message? Because this is very distressing. Perhaps tell them that you're also doing the same or something like that, because they don't do that. They think they're being picked on.
No, I'm doing the same. It has an impact on all of the employees. It's not only them. So I haven't had a salary for a couple of months, for example. So there are no bonuses anymore, and we'll have to wait and hope that the things will get back to normal.
I'm just wondering if you could add in a little message saying how sorry you are and how you are suffering along with them, and you understand how they feel, and you'll be so delighted when you get your things back and when they do as well. Is it possible for you to send this message to them?
Yeah, sure, I'll do it, but I can write an email first, and I will organize a meeting when I announce it in front of everyone. And
can you think of anything positive we can find for them? Are there any other job opportunities anywhere? I mean, are they going to have days off because they've got no clients to visit?
Yeah, maybe it's a good time to get a leave, to take a leave, because there is not much work. So during this time, they can take a leave. And
could we organize a company newsletter of any job opportunities we see that are just temporary, that will keep them going over this period? Because we don't want to find that we've got the business back and our salesmen have all gone off somewhere else, like they've gone overseas or committed suicide or something. Is there some way we can keep them interested by giving them a newsletter and making sure they take only temporary jobs and not permanent jobs?
I think that this is a very good idea. Yeah. But even though I don't think that it will have such a big impact, because it's only the benefits, not the salaries. The salaries, we won't touch the salaries. So, but anyway, if instead of taking a leave, they can do a temporary job, as you said. So this with the newsletter, it's a very good idea.
Yes, if you explain all that and all the positive points that you have arranged for them because you care about them, I'm sure they'll really appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
I'll go back and tell them that you're going to send them a nice letter tomorrow. Thank you so much for seeing me.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
Thank you too.
Thank you, ladies. That's brilliant. Thank you for the wonderful demonstration and the role play. And I'm so glad that Angela completed her mission. I think your staff is going to love you heaps. All right, so that concludes the segment for the table topics. I hope it's a refreshing experience for everyone, and I kudos to those who have stepped forward and participate in this very special segment. Thank you to all of you, and please cast your vote for the best table topic speakers.
Do you need timing?
Yes, can we have Thomas report, please?
Abdul Karimi, please give the timers report.
Sure, no problem. Okay, I have the guesses. Thomas and Nicole, 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Martin and Janet, 5 minutes and 30 seconds. And Heather and Chehim, 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
And the last pair?
And the last one, the fourth one is Corona and Angela, 4 minutes and 55 seconds on the dot.
All right. Can I hand it over to the Toastmaster of the day?
Thank you so much, Toastmaster. May I ask the president, because there's the couple Martin and Janet, they are over 5 minutes, and the rest are all qualified. And since this is a new segment, new style of table topics, can I ask the president, what do you think? Do you want all to be voted, to be eligible for voting?
No voting.
I can't hear you.
No voting.
Oh, no voting.
Because there's equal share.
Ah, all right.
Because the first couple have the lesser vote, so left only 2 groups, and with 1 group disqualified. So with only 2 groups, we do not have voting.
Okay, because the time was insufficient. Thank you so much. Now, we will be taking a 10 minutes break. But before we do that, can we have a group photo taken? Can I ask? Our first speaker is here. Okay. Now we are now moving into our prepared speech segment. For tonight's prepared speeches, we have a total of 4 speakers and they have put in good effort for their presentation. Let's give them our support. Our first speaker will be doing his pathway, Innovative Planning Level 1, Mastering Fundamentals. May I have the energetic evaluator, Thomas Chen, to read the purpose statement of this project.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Now the pressure is on me to remain energetic throughout this entire chapter meeting. And 10:30 p.m. in Singapore is a little challenging, but I will do my best. So purpose statements, 2 of it. The purpose of this project is for the member to present a speech on any topic, receive feedback, and apply the feedback to a second speech. Secondly, the purpose of this speech is for the member to present a speech and receive feedback from the evaluator. All the best and have fun.
The speaker of this project is allowed 5 to 7 minutes. At the end of 5 minutes, the green card will be shown. At 5 minutes, the amber card will be shown. And at 6 minutes, the red card will be shown. Yes. And the speaker has 30 seconds to wrap up before the buzzers sound. The title of the speech is Fact Checking Before Sharing. Our speaker lives and works in Jakarta, Indonesia. Friends call him a science lover. He likes reading novels, watching TED video, and playing with his children at weekend. He's a member of our club. Let us welcome our speaker, Ahmad Nohasim. Ahmad Nohasim, it's your stage now. Ahmad Nohasim. I thought I saw him just now. Oh, yes.
In the beginning of March, I received a lot of information from WhatsApp group and Facebook group. It is impact from announcement that first case coronavirus in my country. One of the information is coronavirus can only spread in humid climate. I know this information is incorrect. I counter the narration that in the group I explained that information is not correct. I share several sources from WHO website, credible media, to explain that coronavirus can spread in hot and humid climates. However, the number of group, which are group, still remain to believe that coronavirus can only spread in humid climates. Madam Toastmaster, fellow and guests, in the beginning of story is an example that fast information can spread as fast as coronavirus does. And at the moment, we are facing the big problem called misinformation. It is defined as incorrect information, but someone who shares the information believes that it is true. It is a big problem in our life. By the way, have you received hoax today? Maybe we often get misinformation on politics, economy, and social. Ladies and gentlemen, let me explain why people believe misinformation and sometimes they share it to others. There are many factors that influence people believe misinformation and share it. I explain two factors. The first is psychological factor. Human use the process information. I mean, process the information that they get it. The first is intuitive and instant process. The second is analytical process. The most of research say that almost people tend to do intuitive style. Let's talk about example. In psychological question, Emily's father has 3 daughters. The first of 2 named Emily and April. What is the name the third daughter? Let me think to answer. Do you have answer? Did you answer, Jean? The most of people will answer June. It is in kind of intuitive answer. It is not true. The correct, of course, is Emily. Ladies and gentlemen, naturally, people think intuitively, not analytically. The second thing is technology aspect. Internet smartphone facilitated the spreading of misinformation faster, globally, of course, massively. At the moment, I mean, last month, the bad news is social media don't have a goalkeeper who will check the information is correct or not. Recently, YouTube or Facebook use artificial intelligence to check the hate speech or misinformation, but overall, they don't have capacity to check all of the misinformation. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we can fight the misinformation. The question is how to fight the misinformation. The first step is we need to improve skepticism. The second is we check the information before we sharing to others. Without skepticism, we will receive any information without thinking critically. And finally, the big problem on misinformation is intuitive and instant process. And the second is internet factor. We can fight the misinformation by simple steps. The first is improve skepticism. The second is check before sharing. As I believe, as stated the philosopher from France, that doubt is origin of wisdom. Thank you. Back to Toastmaster.
Thank you. now we go to the second speaker who will be doing his pathway, Dynamic Leadership Level 2, understanding your leadership style. The evaluator for this project is distinguished Toastmaster Lee Buckley. May I ask her to read out for us the purpose statement of this project? Lee Buckley, please. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster of the Day. The purpose of this project is for the member to identify his or her primary leadership style or styles. The purpose of this speech is for the member to share some aspects of his or her primary leadership or discuss leadership styles in general. The timing for the speech is 5 to 7 minutes. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you. Since the timing is the same, 5 to 7 minutes, Lee Buckley already said so. So the title is also mentioned, Improve Your English with Angela's Alliteration. Our speaker is trained as a teacher of English and has worked in schools in the UK in English and Singapore as a teacher of English as a foreign language. She is a speech coach online. Her speech will show you how to notice and use alliteration and where to read her blogs and books on speeches, quotations, and alliteration. Let us welcome our speaker, Advanced Communicator Gold, Advanced Leadership Bronze, Angela Lansbury. Angela, please.
Good evening, friends, Toastmasters, speakers of English and learners of English. You probably know something about leadership styles already. You're told about leadership styles being autocratic, laissez-faire, and democratic, which is involving everybody. Now, how does this apply to a teacher? Teacher could be autocratic. The old-fashioned teacher would stand up at the front of a classroom and talk to the pupils. The laissez-faire teacher might let them all get on with the work and proceed at their own pace. And the democratic teacher might let them get into little groups and discuss the work with each other and help each other. Unfortunately, we found in British schools that this was not working. Pupils were leaving schools without being able to read. People were leaving school without being able to spell. They had no idea of grammar and they couldn't put a sentence together. And the more foreign speakers you got, the more difficult it was for them to understand correct English because they weren't learning it at home. So the idea that the people would come in and have a rough idea already and the teacher could just be correcting a few little things very politely didn't work. They needed to be taught English as a foreign language right from the start. So now we're tending to go back to the old-fashioned system. How does that affect us as adults or even as parents? We're now in the COVID-19 situation where an increasing number of people are learning online. Now, the good news is that I've seen other studies which have told us that pupils learning a foreign language make more progress learning online with, for example, Duolingo. How many of you know Duolingo? Put your hand up if you know it. Put your hand up if you don't know it, because if you don't, I have to explain it. Okay, Duolingo is an online system. You can have it as an app, but it's much better if you have it on your laptop, and you can learn up to about 14 different languages if your basic language is English. But there are also other languages which translate back into English. So, for example, people in Sweden who are immigrants from other countries are learning Swedish, and you could be learning English as a foreign language in England if you weren't an English speaker, or indeed in Singapore. So those of you who don't have English as a first language could use Duolingo, and like most of these language systems, you proceed at a pace. And they've changed the system slightly. In the olden days, it was a bit like pathways. You couldn't go on to level 2 until you'd done level 1, and you had to proceed very carefully all the way through the steps. Now, Duolingo has got more democratic, and it allows you to jump around and decide you want to learn all the vocabulary for a restaurant, food, or you could learn all the vocabulary for animals, whatever takes your fancy. You don't have to start off with day 1 with the alphabet and the grammar, and then the words for hello and goodbye, and then the words for animals and so on. You can choose your own system. Now, how does that affect me as a teacher? I am teaching languages online, and I want to sell books. So I'm putting together books on the English language. Now, I found something very interesting on Facebook, which is that if you do quizzes and things that get people involved, you get far more responses than if you just put something up. If you put something up, people read it. A small number read it, most people turn away. If you put up a question and ask people, for example, to come up with a pun, you can get up to 100 people answering instead of just the usual 4 or 5. So now I'm looking at my book on alliteration and thinking I must set more quizzes all the way through it. And the same with the English language. If you go on the internet, you will find a lot of these quizzes. How good is your spelling? Did you score 20 out of 20? 50% of people only score under whatever, and tell your friends if you score highly. And the other great thing about this sort of quiz is that you can go back and do it a second time and get a better answer. So I'm going to be teaching alliteration, and I'm a democratic person. I know that you have to involve people. So what I'm going to do now is say, how about making a pun out of your name? I'm going to pick something. Paulina, pretty Paulina. Alicia, admirable Alicia. Janet, joyous Janet. Let's have a smile, joyful Janet. What about Jennifer? Jennifer is also joyful Jennifer. What about Lee Buckley? Lovely Lee. Loyal Lee. Some of you have got names I can hardly pronounce. I might have to come back to you later, but I think you get the idea that the modern way is to try and involve the audience in whatever you're doing. So now let me try it out and get you to do it. Can I find someone who's not muted? Unmute yourselves. Alicia, can you come up with 2 alliterations on your name? All of you be thinking about it. An alliteration with your own name. Alliteration means you take the first letter and keep going.
Awesome, awesome and alluring, Alicia.
Oh, wonderful. I've got the yellow light, but...
Awesome, alluring and attractive.
Wonderful. I've now got the pink light. I think that's red. So I'll say goodbye. If you want to learn more about English, contact me online. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster, Jennifer. Jennifer, can't hear you. I'll mute.
Thank you so much, Angela. I would like to learn English with Angela's alliteration. I will private message you. Thank you so much. That was awesome. Our third speaker will be doing his pathway, Dynamic Leadership Level 3, Increasing Knowledge. Project is focused on the positive. The evaluator for this project is Distinguished Toastmaster Alicia Chia. May I ask Alicia to read out for us the purpose statement of this project? Thank you.
Yes, sure. Toastmaster of the evening, Jennifer. The purpose of this project is for the member to practice being aware of his thoughts and feelings, as well as the impact of his response on others. The purpose of this speech is for the member to share his experience completing the project. So good luck to you. Back to you, Toastmaster of the evening, Jennifer.
Thank you. The timing sequence is the same, 5 to 7 minutes and 30 seconds to wrap up the speech. The title of the speech is Power of Positive Thinking. Our speaker is a positive person who always look on the bright side of life. He is a project manager who loves to do charity, and he does a lot of voluntary work. Let us welcome our speaker, Innovative Planning 5, DL2, Lim Chang Jin.
Can you hear me, Jennifer?
Very loud and clear.
Fantastic Friday, my friends. 3 days ago, I was driving in a shopping mall. I was waiting for a parking lot for some time. And when the car left, another car cut my queue and snatched my lot. However, I was calm, cool, collected. This project requires me to write down my thoughts every day for a period of a few weeks, and I want to score well in it. I choose to remain composed as I do not want to get into a fight with others or quarrel with others. I am as cool as a cucumber. I know I have challenged myself not to get into negative thoughts. I know that our thoughts influence our feelings. Our feelings affect our behaviors. Madam Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters and guests, I have a question for you. How do you handle negative thoughts? For example, do you feel angry? Do you feel frustrated? Do you feel hopeless sometimes? How do you face them? Don't worry, I have 3 solutions for you to overcome your negative thoughts. The first tip, be thankful. During this unprecedented time, nothing is more important than your happiness, my friends. In this time, we need to learn how to break the vicious cycle of negative thinking. Our thoughts influence our feelings. Our feelings affect our behaviors. We do not need to be rich to be happy. In Maslow's hierarchy of needs, a theory in psychology proposed by Abraham Maslow in his 1943 paper, a theory of human motivation. The lowest need is physiological needs. In times like this, I feel great to have air. I feel great to have water. I feel great to have food to eat. For me, I keep a happy book to write down the things that I am grateful for every day. A positive attitude is a choice, my friends. We always have a power of choice. We can choose to feel happy and joyful. The better we feel, the better our life becomes. How many of you are guilty of touching your handphone when you're lying on your bed before you sleep, or touch your handphone once you wake up? For me, I prefer to meditate for 10 minutes to find the inner peace within me and be thankful every day. Namaste. Second tip, positive pictures. We need to paint our mind with positive pictures. As you know, a picture paints 1,000 words. My friends, always think of positive times. Picture the happy moments in your life. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath and inhale. Life is beautiful, my friends. Focus on the positive. Remember the last time when you are happy and have fun. Why do people get in a divorce? After marriage, people tend to focus on the negative things instead of the positive ones. For me, I like to see the strength of my wife instead of her weakness. This is what I tell myself every day. Happy wife, happy life. The third tip, stay healthy by looking after our bodies well. We are what we eat. My dear friends, we need to watch our diet and be mindful of what we eat. Exercise is important, and I have learned to practice yoga nowadays. It teaches me better breathing and foster mental calmness. Yoga helps to prevent back pain and helps to build strength and improve my flexibility. I will discipline myself to exercise 3 times a week to keep myself better and stronger. Nowadays, we are using too much Zoom. We are comfortable working from home, comfortable shopping from home, comfortable Zooming from home. Every day, we work and meet, eat and meet, meet and meet. Ladies and gentlemen, in this unprecedented time of COVID-19, we are all adapting to changes in our environment and in our daily life. I wish all of you to adopt a positive mindset to keep your body strong and remain happy and healthy every day. During this time, we are uncertain about our business. We are uncertain about our job. We are uncertain about our health. I always remember what my mother told me when I was young. Tough times don't last, but tough people do. Always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the bright side of life. Dear friends, I challenge you to pick up a happy book and write things that you are grateful for every day. Back to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, CJ. That was so interesting. Yes, it's important for us to have positive thinking. Can you imagine when you wake up in the morning and you have negative thoughts? It will spoil your whole day and your whole night. So important, keep a positive mindset. Thank you, CJ. Our last speaker will be doing her pathway, Leadership Development Level 3 increasing knowledge, understanding vocal variety. The evaluator for this project is Vikana Chowdhury. May I ask him to read out for us the purpose statement of this project? Vikana, please.
Good evening, Shanshan, and everybody else. Today, Shanshan is going to be speaking. Her speech title is Learning to be Vocal. The purpose statement is, the purpose of this project is for the member to practice using vocal variety to enhance her speech. So I look forward to all the lovely pronunciations, pitches, and everything else which you can provide us, Shanshan. Good luck, and back to you, Toastmaster of the evening.
Thank you, Vikana. Now the timing is the same, 5 to 7 minutes and 30 seconds to wrap up. Our speaker, the title of the speech is Learning to be Vocal. Our speaker is a member of our club. She joined Toastmasters to conquer the fear of public speaking. Hope to wander about soon. Let us welcome our speaker, Distinguished Toastmaster Division D Director, Lee Shanshan. Lee Shanshan, please. Thank you.
All right, just a quick check. Everybody can hear me?
Yes.
Thank you. Yikes! Here comes a project I dread doing. Why would you ask me that? Why would you think that I would dread doing such a project? Well, one reason is I tend to be very flat when I do my speeches. Even though I'm so round that everybody thinks that I'm full of energy, full of power, because my size, or as my name describes, in Mandarin, my name sounds like double mountain. 2 mountains combined together means your vocal variety must be very powerful. But sorry to say, I am very flat when it comes to doing vocal variety in speeches. When I'm happy, it's this tone. When I'm sad, it's also this tone. Oh my goodness, can you be more excited? This is always the feedback I get. When you are excited, you have to be very excited. Yep, I am excited, but somehow the vocal variety just doesn't come out even though I'm excited. Does it make sense? No, it doesn't make sense as well, because I'm not a person to really be very vocal. I can be very flat. When I'm sad, it's one tone. When I'm happy, it's also one tone. So many people tell me, you need to practice to be more vocal variety, be more vocal. Try, as you might, just inject a little emotion inside your speech. If you're happy, just be happy. If you're sad, be very sad. Okay, I'll try. In my club, frankly speaking, there is one story that is a lot of emotions, and my members have heard that so many times that they were able to repeat that story word for word back to me even before I begin the sentence, because it always begins as, it started in 2002. Once this sentence comes out, they will know which story I am going to tell. And it's like this story has been told so many times that they were falling asleep even before I could get into the middle of the speech. So they always tell me, you need to inject your vocal variety, otherwise you bore the audience to death. You will bore the audience to extreme boredom, and they will switch off and not listen to your speech anymore. Fine. Let me see how can I try to get vocal variety inside my speech. I know how. Let me try in case I have this. Okay, what topic should I talk about? Let me think. Which topic that can have a lot of emotions, a lot of vocal varieties? Let me think. I thought of so many speeches. I thought of so many things. I couldn't come up with one that has a lot of emotions. But finally, during this circuit breaker period, or we call the lockdown period in Singapore, I discovered one thing. The use of the air fryer in my kitchen is the most used item in the kitchen, because everything you just throw in, set the timer, leave the kitchen, and ding, the alarm goes off, and your meal is ready, your cake is ready, whichever that you put in is ready. So this is one thing I learned. When you're doing speeches on vocal variety, anything that happens in the kitchen, anything happens on the road, like a boring bus journey, can become your title of your speech as well. What do you do on a 7-hour journey from Singapore to the Genting Highlands? Don't tell me you just, the moment you get on the bus, buckle your seatbelt and fall asleep. No, right? So ladies and gentlemen, I do hope that my speech tonight can get you to think of your own vocal variety speech and inspire me as well to have more vocal variety in my speeches as well. Because for me, I tend to be very, very flat when I do a speech. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to my ranting on why I don't like to do vocal variety speech. Thank you. Back to you, Jennifer.
Thank you, Shanshan. I think you did well. Your vocal variety did show up. I can see that. Thanks a lot. May I have the timer's report, please? Timer, can I have a report for all the speakers?
Okay. Okay, I have Ahmed, 6 minutes and 35 seconds. Angela, 7 minutes, 3 seconds. Lim, 6 minutes, 55 seconds. Lee Shenshen, 5 minutes and 40 seconds. Beautiful job, guys.
Well done, everyone. So we need to do the polling, right? Can all of you vote? Are you done? Polling, voting, done? Give me a show of hands. Yes, thank you. Now we go to the next segment. Somebody? Can you mute yourself? Whoever that is, can you please mute? Abdul, can you just mute yourself?
Sure.
We are now going to the speech evaluation segment. Let us now proceed to part 3 of this segment. Each speech evaluator is given 2 to 3 minutes. At the end of 2 minutes, the green card will be shown.
Sorry, Jennifer, there's a break of 5 minutes.
Oh, is it now, you mean?
Yes.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Unless everyone go on, we can continue.
All right, okay. Do you want a 5 minutes break? Give me a show of hands. Yes, okay. 5 minutes break. What's the time now? It's 11. Let's come back at 11:05. Thank you. See you. I need my break as well.
Always look at the bright side of life.
From Zoom to Zoom.
If all of you are back, can you please at least show your video so that I know you are back? Okay, thank you so much. So we are now proceeding to the next segment, which is the speech evaluation segment. Each evaluator is given 2 to 3 minutes. At the end of 2 minutes, the green card will be shown. At 2 minutes 30 seconds, the amber card will be shown. And at 3 minutes, the red card will be shown. The evaluator has 30 seconds to wrap up his or her evaluation before the buzzer sound. The first evaluator for the speech given by Ahmad Nohasim is an entrepreneur, coach, and speaker. He found his passion for public speaking back in university and has since loved it even more. Today, he speaks of passion and profession, and he wishes to share what he has learned from his enriching and enlightening learning journey. Let us put our hands together to welcome energetic Thomas Chen. Thomas, please.
Wait, before I begin, I'm very curious, where do you get the introduction from?
Because I asked you for it, you never give it to me, so I have to search. I have to Google. I asked Agu. Agu gave me.
Okay, I think it's another Thomas. Okay, anyway, okay, I shall begin right now. All right, fantastic Friday, ladies and gentlemen, especially to Ahmad. Just like the soccer player Fanti Ahmad, today Ahmad has indeed scored the goal when it comes to sharing about misinformation. I shall start off by sharing why did Ahmad score the goal. Firstly, he built his speech about misinformation on a familiar context, namely the COVID situation. And because it is so familiar to all of us, we are all experiencing this situation right now, we are able to relate and resonate with it better. So we understand where are the misinformation, and from there on, he's able to deliver across his message more accurately and more convincingly. Secondly, he shared with us practical and applicable steps on how we can dive through this misinformation to get accurate information. So he shared with us examples such as verify the sources, check the credibility, compare the notes with others. And all of these are really tips which we can apply in our daily life itself. And it is essential because information is king. And the last thing we want is to have fake news, fake information, or fake points of view. So his speech was very useful to all of us because he truly taught us the life skill of how we can get accurate information. So really appreciate that, Ahmad. Now, Ahmad, I would love to introduce to you an exercise regime so that you can transform from the Fanti Ahmad of public speaking to the Cristiano Ronaldo of public speaking. So here goes. Firstly, your speech was filled with wealth of information, a lot of details on COVID, conveying information, tips. Truly appreciate it. But with so much information, it is easy for the audience to be lost in the sea of content. So what you can do is to reinforce the speech structure. How can you do so? Firstly, at the start, give us a preview about what you are going to share. And moving on, at each of the different parts, give us a keyword so that we can be prepared for it. Ladies and gentlemen, now I'm going to share with you some tips on how you can counter misinformation. Or ladies and gentlemen, now I'm going to share with you some examples of misinformation. So with these keywords, we will be well prepared. Secondly, what I encourage you to do is to animate your speech by developing on the character development. What do I mean by that? Because there are some characters in your speech itself, right? So you can share with us their expressions, their emotions, their conversations with them either. So it enhances the theatrical realism. We can relate to them better
with your description, and it is as if they are appearing right in front of us, right? That's how we can connect to it better. And finally, a tip for you is to perhaps slow down your pace of speaking, because you have so much to share with us. So at some parts, you are a little bit too quickly in terms of your pace. Slow it down because you want the audience to capture the essential information. And that's how we can appreciate your sharing even more, right? Overall, job well done. Congratulations, Ahmad. You have indeed built your speech on a context which can relate to. Very credible steps on how we can counter misinformation. Do consider to reinforce the structure so that we can follow through smoothly and seamlessly. Animate the characters as well as slower your pace. And indeed, you will be the Cristiano Ronaldo of public speaking. Back to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Awesome, Thomas Chan. Because you said indeed, so I said awesome.
Janet, I thought yours is like that one. Hey, I mean Jennifer.
Don't change my name. I love my name. Okay, the next evaluator for the speech given by Angela Lansbury loves traveling and meeting people. Thanks to the technology available these days, she was able to zoom around the world, meeting and making new friends. Let us put our hands together to welcome distinguished Toastmaster Lee Barkley. Lee Barkley, please.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster of the Day. Greetings, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Angela shared with us tonight some aspects of leadership styles. She touched on 3 styles in particular: autocratic, do as I say and not as I do; laissez-faire, let the people proceed at their own pace; and the 3rd style, democratic, get everyone into groups and work together to help each other out. In evaluating Angela's speech tonight, I looked at the objective or the purpose of her project as well as her speech. The purpose of the project and her speech tonight was to share either her primary leadership style or some aspects of leadership styles in general. She shared with us how the system where English teachers were correcting students' work politely didn't work, and how they tended to go back to the old-fashioned way or to go towards online learning. For example, using an app called Duolingo, and how learning English using this app was like pathways. You have to complete one level before you can move on to the next level. I would like to challenge Angela to focus more on leadership styles, whether leadership styles that apply to her or to the English teachers in general. I was trying to work out the direction of her speech, and it wasn't towards the end of her speech that she related her style to the democratic style. Okay. Majority of the speech was spent on telling us about English and about the system and about online learning and the Duolingo application. So I'd like to challenge Angela to focus more on the objectives of the speech. She did say she was going to incorporate more quizzes and more involvement into her teaching. And she did that very well. Pretty Paulina, joyous or joyful Janet and Jennifer, lovely or loyal Lee. And I love how she got the audience involved in getting Alicia to come up with awesome, alluring, attractive Alicia. So Angela, you delivered a well prepared speech tonight, but perhaps focus more on the objectives. Okay? And thank you for teaching us English and teaching us the proper pronunciation and grammar as well. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you. Liberating evaluation, Lee Barkley. Thank you so much. Our 3rd evaluator for the speech given by Lim Chang Jing is a happy-go-lucky person who enjoys life, aims to live in the moment, create memories and enjoy the journey more than the destination. Her hobbies are playing the saxophone, digital photography, sports, and being a tourist within her own country. Alicia Chia, Advanced Communication Bronze, Advanced Leadership Bronze, is from Whampoa Toastmasters Club. She's president. SOC Gen, is it? GEN, TMC, mentor, Singapore Online Toastmaster Club as well. Let's put our hands together to welcome distinguished Toastmaster Alicia Chia. Alicia, please.
Scorching Friday evening to club president, to members, guests, and especially to Toastmaster Lim Chang Jing. Today, our evaluate Toastmaster Lim Chang Jing, or rather Toastmaster CJ, in two areas. The first area is what he did well. And the second area will be the part of his speech that was lackluster. Okay, the first part of his area that he did well was he gave us an appetizer by telling us about the event 3 days ago when he was parking his car and another car cut in. This appetizer make us excited. He could have gave in to road rage and got upset, but instead he remained cool, calm, as a cucumber. And this appetizer led us to the main course. He served us a few main courses, and the main course was how to get out of this negative thinking. He taught us 3 ways to get out negative thinking: to be thankful, to look at positive pictures, look after your health. And in all this main course that he provided us, or rather main dishes, he gave us a lot of good ingredients in the main course. Like he shared with us all how he did all these 3 methods from his own experience. And he also used colorful language to further expand all these 3 ways. He used colorful language like calm, cool, collected, happy wife, happy life. And he also gave us the final finale, which is the dessert, with a power conclusion. You always look on the bright side of life. Wow, luckily he never go out tune. And he also challenged the audience to have a happy book, which is his physical prop. The most important physical prop is our Toastmaster Lin Chan Jing, who illustrated his entire speech very well. Now let's go to the other side of the evaluation where his speech was a bit lackluster. The time taken by Toastmaster Lin Chan Jing was 6 minutes 55 seconds. This means that he had underutilized the time given. In fact, he had another 30 seconds more. He met his objective, 2/3 of his objective, but he missed out 1/3 objective, which is to share with the audience the impact of his response on others. He failed to tell us what happened to the people when he used his 3 ways: thankful, positive pictures, and looking after your health. He could have talked about how he impacted his wife. I know he said happy wife, happy life, but he could have brought in some example of how happy was his wife, or how happy or impact were his friends and colleagues around him. He missed this aspect, but nevertheless, at the end of the day, he gave us a wonderful appetizer, wonderful main course, even dessert with the ending of with his song, but he just need to focus on the impact on others. With that, I hope to hear from More speeches from Toastmaster Lee Chang-jun. Back to you, Toastmaster of the evening.
Thank you, amazing Alicia, for a good evaluation of CJ. Now we have the last evaluator for the speech given by Lee Shanshan. Lives in the moment and says nothing ventured, nothing gained. Let us put our hands together to welcome Advanced Communicator Bronze, Competent Leader Vikana Chaudhary. Vikana, please.
Good evening, everyone, and good morning, good day, and good whatever time zone you're in. I know some of you are nearly ready for bed, but Shanshan, thank you so much for a great speech on learning to be vocal. I want to spend a little bit of time talking about some of the great things you did. You started with humor. You also talked about your name, meaning mountains. A lot of us, at least I didn't know your name meant mountains, so you compared your name to being mountains of vocal variety. It got me a chuckle because that means you have lots of depth on all the areas you were going to talk about. It took an interesting turn of how you brought in the story of your club members and you repeating certain stories that they could actually end it for you. So I was like, from vocal variety to a twist out there. That was interesting. Then you went back to your passion. I know you've talked about this before, about cooking, baking, and then you brought in the air fryer and the sounds. You know, I love the sounds, and you said boom, it can, not boom, you use some other word to describe how quickly something can be done in it. Loved it. You met your objectives when you talked about vocal variety because you gave us certain examples of vocal variety of, oh, when you're sad, you need to lower your voice. When you're excited, get more pep into your voice. So you managed to hit all those points which were described as an objective. What I would have liked you to do when you're talking about some of these vocal varieties is instead incorporate it into your story. Walk us down a path of saying, so during the circuit breaker period, I was sitting at home and I got interested in cooking. The kitchen was just a couple of steps away. And I took that as a challenge and discovered my new air fryer. I baked fries. I baked cakes. Just kind of drawing people into that story instead of giving us, okay, when you're excited, pick your voice up. When you're sad, bring it down. Because it'll help your audience go with you and relate with you. Humor was a great tactic, but you need to be able to draw people along, or not draw, but string them along, just so that people can relate and just put themselves in their shoes. Some suggestions is you kept going back to flat, you know, where you said, okay, my vocal variety is not that good. But the whole thing, objective is you're trying to improve your vocal variety. Try something else. You know for a fact that you aren't that good at vocal variety. So try something different. All you're going to get is good feedback about it, whether it worked or it didn't work. This is your playground. You got to take that chance and take that step out to be able to experiment with what works and what doesn't. If you're not that confident, go back to basics. Look at your competent communicator manual and look at what you can be done. But overall, I think you met your objectives. You got your speech done. Another great Friday night. Well done, Shanshan. And back to you, Jennifer.
Thank you, Vikana. Thank you so much. May I have the timer's report for the evaluator, please?
Yeah, sure. Everybody, so far so good. Great job, guys. Okay, I have Mr. Thomas 3 minutes and 16 seconds. Ali, 3 minutes and 35 seconds. Alicia, 3 minutes and 45 seconds. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce this name, forgive me. The last person, can somebody say the name for me?
Vikana.
Yeah,
Vikana.
Abdul, you can always call me handsome guy. I'm just kidding.
All right, let me take that back. A very handsome guy by the name of whatever, 3 minutes and 25 seconds.
But that title is taken already.
Different country, different flavors.
Please vote for your best evaluator. All done? Good? All good? Thank you. We are coming almost to the end of the meeting. But I shall ask we have an R counter report to be given by Li Shanshan. Can Li Shanshan please give us the report? Thank you.
Right. Vikana, in his capacity as the SAA, he has 3 arms, 2 ears, 1 soul, 1 you know. Jennifer, you have 2 arms, 3 R's, 1 R, 3 ears and 1 R. Noriko has 1 arm, 1 R, 1 right. Martin has 1 arm and 1 R. Janet, nope. Adeline has 2 OKs, 2 you know. Angela, for her table topic, has 5 arms, 2 ears, 1 soul, 1 R. Paulina, in her table topics, has 8 ears, 2 soul, 1 R. Ahmad has 3 ears. Thomas, Lee, and Alicia for their evaluation has no postulars. Vikana in his evaluation has 1 arm, 1 ear. That is the end of the report.
Thank you, Accountant Li Shanshan. Now we would like to acknowledge the best speaker for prepared speech. May I ask Willie if you have that, because I didn't take that down. Alicia, do you have it? Best speaker. Willie.
Willie, speech, 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 speech.
May I have the best speaker, please? Willie, are you there? He disappeared.
Jennifer,
I'll private message you.
I take over now.
Okay, okay, then you take over. Okay, back to the president, Willie, to close the meeting and award presentation.
Tonight, table topic was something new for the club, role play, that we never do it online. I know that on some physical club, they did a role play and it was also their first time. It's okay to make a mistake in Toastmasters club. That's where you get to learn from mistakes. It's not okay if you still make the same mistake after meeting after meeting. Whether is it a physical club or online club. As club leader, we also make mistakes, but we learn after each session. It's not about admitting our mistakes. It's about what we want to achieve to lead the club in the next 12 months. Today being the first meeting of the new Toastmasters term for Singapore Online. The club officer, the new club officer team we met 3 weeks ago. We intend to recruit to have more new members, to have more educational workshops as well as events. Why? Why can't we be the same like a physical club where they have just a chapter meeting to improve? Because Singapore Online depends on social media to promote the club. We do not have we are not unrestricted, so we are on our own. We are here to learn how to promote to the general public. That's a new skill in Toastmasters that not many clubs are able to learn that. The next 12, the next 51 weeks, the club officer will try to improve for the mistake that we learned for the last 8 months since the club was set up. We try to be better. I don't mean 100%, but we try to be better. Because that's why we are in Toastmasters. To learn, to make mistakes, and improve. Now, can we have the drum roll? The best prepared speaker is our singer of the club, CJ Lim. And the best eventer is none other than Mr. Thomas Ken. Today's meeting may not be so successful because of the team 4 who were team leader, Jennifer, who will make it so successful. And the best, this is something new for Singapore Online. We are using point system to engage the member, and the best member that have achieved the most point today of the meeting is Angela. She got 9 points, the rest get 7 and below. So this is something new. Rightfully, it should be Alicia who should present. But because she's unwell today, so I present on her behalf. I announce on her behalf. So keep all taking part in the chapter meeting. It's not about the point system. It's about how you as a member want to achieve in your next 52 weeks in Singapore Online Club. And I declare the meeting closed. Ended.
Thank you.